Hey guys, welcome back to the Semi Plum Bob channel, and today we are finally here. I repeat, we are finally here for Bridget's speed build on her mansion. Okay, so a little bit about this place. This lot is one of the hugest lots I've ever built on in my life, and so me trying to figure out how to fit everything together, what I wanted to do, what it would look like, and as usual, I used Google as inspiration, you guys, and so the end result actually, I actually came up with this. So here we are. Okay. So this is Bridget's mansion on this huge lot. Building this place, at least for me, was a huge challenge because I had to fill this lot with everything that Bridget could possibly need. Now, I tried not to clutter it up too much in hopes that I could actually play in it. Originally, I was going to play in it for The Sims 4 Get Famous. However, you guys, since the recent announcement of The Sims 4 StrangerVille, we might not ever, and I repeat, we might not ever get to play in this mansion that I spent all this time building. Oh no! Okay, honestly though, you guys, when StrangerVille was announced, I thought that it would come out sometime in March. I thought I had the rest of February to get Famous completed, and I was sadly mistaken. It's actually coming out February 26th, so I felt like I was in a rush. Granted, I've already had this built before it was announced, but right now, you guys, I feel like I'm in such a rush because there was so many things I wanted to do still for the Get Famous expansion pack. However, if there's a new pack coming out, I don't want to be stuck on Get Famous, I want to move on, play StrangerVille, and try to get into Sunny's story, for crying out loud. And that, my friends, is one of the most exciting things ever. Getting to play a sibling of Bridget, to play more of the Winston family rather than just Bridget. So I cannot wait to dive deep into Sunny's story, which you guys, if I didn't say this earlier, I don't think I did. Yes, that means Sunny is going to be the brand new star for The Sims 4 StrangerVille, and I am super excited to play his story. I've already got ideas for everything, and it is super exciting. Now, the details I'm still trying to figure out, mostly because there's couple of ways things could happen, and I don't know which direction I want to go, but ultimately it will be Sunny Winston that we will actually play for that upcoming game pack. So right now, during this weekend, a few days before the new game pack, I hit the mic, a few days before the new game pack actually comes out, I have actually been playing this save off camera, trying to get everybody caught up to where I want them, so that I feel comfortable and happy when I go and jump into that new game pack. And let me tell you, a lot has happened since then, but I am not going to talk about that, mostly because I'm going to make an intro video for everything that has happened, and just introducing the new game pack for Sunny. So we won't be talking about anything like that. So Sunny's life is still going to be a fun mystery to you guys. It's still going to be a good little mystery until the game pack is actually released and I can actually get my hands on it and play it. Anybody else super excited for that game pack? I sure as heck am. On Twitter, I've been just following Twitter and trying to figure out if there was more information released about the game pack, and there is actually more stuff released about it. The guru said that there's obviously a new world, a new military career, a new aspiration, a new trait. We got obviously some new clothes and some new build by objects, and something interesting and different. I will have to put spoiler alerts in my videos now, mostly because oh my lord, mostly because StrangerVille is actually a story-based pack. What does that mean? That essentially means that there's only one storyline that came with it, and once you beat it, it's actually a spoilers for anybody else that might want to play this game pack. So, just for future reference, at least that's what I think it means. If you were ever wanting to jump in and play this game pack, and not have the story spoiled for you, I don't know how it's gonna go, how people are gonna do Let's Plays on it if you don't want it to be spoiled for you, I guess. But I don't know, I'm still gonna do that Let's Play because I still want to play Sunny's story, and I like to get creative with all these expansion packs and all these other packs that come out. I just like to get creative about it and do my own thing for it. Sticking with the story though, I wonder what story it is. What does Sunny have to do? And it's going to be interesting living in a new world. So it looks like it's another it looks like it's another desert world, and I wonder how the weather would affect it, especially since at the end of the trailer, the StrangerVille trailer, you see like this big blue tornado thing circling around the town. So weather is actually strange there as well. So if you have seasons installed, does that mean that some type of weather is going to be strange? Or is it just a small little thing like that tornado thing in the from the trailer? Is that going to be the only weird weather? I don't know, but I am overly excited about it, jumping into the strange, see how strange the story could get. Normally, if anything is like supernatural or out of the normal realm of natural life, I really don't want it to be a part of my family here. However, StrangerVille, it doesn't seem like it's supernatural. I mean, it's definitely some type of sci-fi, I think, but it's not something that would kill a little bit of realism in it, you know? I mean, there could be so many things that you could say that it is to make it more realistic, because something like this I think could actually happen. Maybe from the trailers I see that you have these plants, and from the comic strip too. By the way, on the Sims.com, for the announcement of The Sims 4 StrangerVille, they've released part 2 of the comic strip, so you definitely should go and check it out if you are interested in reading that comic strip. I already read part 2 and I think it's so cute. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I noticed that there are strange plants in this world, and they like grab at you. It's kind of like those plants have come alive, kind of like, you know, the cow plant, but it's not a cow plant. It's something else. It's something strange, and it's something that you I think, in my opinion, you wouldn't want to touch you, you know? I think it would be something like, I don't know. But one thing that gets me about this pack, though, is gurus on Twitter have been releasing and more and more information about this upcoming pack, and I have been looking it up, reading it nonstop, and trying to figure out what is going to happen. How big will my game change from this? Or is it not going to change at all? Is all the weirdness going to stay in Strangeville, or is it actually going to go out to all the other worlds available? Like, for example, the Winston family, they live in Newcrest, so they don't live in Strangeville. And you know, Strangerville, they have these something wrong with the Sims there, you know. They're walking around weird like, and my question is, can that spread to Sims that don't live in Strangerville? Personally, I hope not. I don't want to, you know, be in Strangerville and start this game pack and get into the military career and then see Lynn or Zachary or Bridget or Rainey or Roderick or Laura, anybody that is a part of this huge story, walking around crazy like, you know? I mean, I am really hoping, you guys, that don't happen. I really don't want that to happen. I'm hoping that it only happens to people that live in Strangerville, townies of Strangerville, that it doesn't spread to non-residential people that don't live in Strangerville. And also, do outside Sims visit Strangerville and could get affected that way? I mean, I hope not, but I still don't know what the weirdness is exactly. Is it a sickness? Is it like someone got bit by a plant, like that purple plant? Or, I mean, or is it the government, or the secret, not government, but the secret agents kidnapping Sims and experimenting on them? I don't know the story, and the mystery of it really excites me. And I love the Sims stories. I love the scripted stories to the Sims, some Sims games. And I think it's actually exciting that they're bringing that culture, or not that culture, but that play style into The Sims 4, which is already an open sandbox game. And I found it very interesting that they would go for that approach. But let me tell you, when I seen the pictures on Twitter, I was very intrigued. I was excited because in my mind, I've never seen anything like this in a regular Sims game. So anything new and odd, anything new really, it could be odd, it could be could be straightforward, it could be, you know, anything, but anything new for a Sims game just gets me overly excited. Butterflies in your stomach. You want the game now. That's how excited you are. You can't sleep at night because you keep thinking about, what is it? How can we solve this mystery? What's the big story? So that really gets me excited. And I know for some people it's not going to be their cup of tea. They're going to be like, why would you throw a story-based thing into an open sandbox game like this? Because it's different. I mean, dang. Earlier I really wanted the Sims 4 education pack or something. I wanted something that involves education. But if they come out with little things like this, something that looks intriguing, something that looks brand new, something that will keep you entertained, yeah, I'm all for it. I mean, hell. I still want university, don't get me wrong, and things like that. All around education pack, I still want that. But if they come out with packs like this that are so different and so unique, I will I will have my arms wide open for them. Gimme, gimme, thank you very much. I mean, at least that's what I think. I don't know. What do y'all think? Are y'all excited about it? Or are y'all like, this ain't even my play style? I'm not sure about this. I want university now. I don't know. But then again, in the last speed build, I talked about what's something new that I would like to see in The Sims. And, you know, it's like Jurassic World and underwater worlds and things like that. And so this is actually something new, something I've never thought that would happen. But the only thing is that I see comments about how StrangerVille, it looks like it could be a parody of The Sims 2 Strange Town, which I really do see that correlation very much. But I want to believe that The Sims 4 StrangerVille is different, and it seems different, so that's what I'm gonna go with and still stay excited for it. And hopefully when the game pack actually comes out, I won't be disappointed in it, hopefully. but yeah, I've been thinking and talking and brainstorming with my friends and sisters about what more I would like to see in The Sims. And I've thought about it, but I forgot to even mention a pack like this. I would really love to see a vacation world wrapped around a theme park. That would be something new, you guys. I mean, I've seen comments about they're wanting snow, mountain resorts, island beaches, but I actually want to see a theme park vacation destination. I think that would be pretty cool. Like, you go around and you can see void critters meeting people at the front gate, or you can see someone dressed as a llama meeting them at the front gate, freezer bunny. I mean, there are so many things that you could have to wrap a theme park around, and it would be kind of like The Sims 1 Mega Magic, you know, the way that they add roller coasters and different themes and things like that. I think it would be cool that if they did something similar but something totally different, because they have added stuff that would potentially go into a theme park. And before, you know, like in The Sims 3, they had the boardwalk, and that had roller coasters and many things like that. So I really think it would be so cool to have a vacation destination wrapped around a theme park, and you can actually choose what theme you want it to be. I mean, maybe it would be loaded as, you know, just standard, but if you would like different, I don't know, I just think that different lots could be different things, like different shops maybe, or they could be a different small cafes or something that you can go into. I just really think it would be so freaking cool to have a theme park world destination to go to for your vacations for The Sims 4. So I think that would be a really good idea as well, you guys. What else would I would like to see in my Sims game? I don't know, besides living underwater, or living in a Jurassic World, or having a theme park vacation spot. Um, what other vacation spots are there? If you have any ideas, please leave your comments down below. I think that would be really fun to talk about and brainstorm about the future and what you would like to potentially see in a Sims game that you haven't seen before, you know? What else is there that we haven't seen in the Sims game yet? Well, I mean, I think I would have fun if they brought back casinos as well for The Sims 4. I think that would be fun just to have a little place for adults to go to, and then they can have a lot trait on the casinos to say that only young adults and higher can be on this lot, you know? And so that means children and toddlers and teens and all them will not be able to go to this lot. So I think that would be pretty cool to add casinos so that your Sims can have more things to do outside of the home. What else? I don't know really, but I think that would be cool as well. But this foyer for Bridget's foyer right here is so cool. I've never made anything like this before, and I am actually so in love with her foyer right here, you guys. It is something beautiful and something different. Like, it has like this checkerboard effect on there, and I love it. I really do love her foyer. It is something grand, and it makes you feel like you just walked into like a rich person's home, you know what I'm saying? It looks so nice and fancy. It would be something that you would walk in through the first door and be like, wow. You know, that was really the effect I was going for the foyer. And I think I really pulled it off. I really love how it looks. And it looks so fancy, and I don't know, it just looks so great, and I really like it. And I think Bridget would really love this foyer as well. And of course, I had to add expensive stuff to the foyer so to make it more grand. You know, the more expensive stuff you have in a room, the more grand and rich you seem to your guests of your home. At least that's what I would think, right? But anyways, yeah, the downstairs is where all the living areas and the offices are, and the upstairs is all the bedrooms. And this house, I think at the very end, has how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bedrooms. I think this mansion has 6 bedrooms, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bathrooms, something like that. But yeah. This place is huge, and let me tell you, when I was furnishing it and trying to add more stuff to it, excuse me, trying to add more stuff to it, it was really hard because there's a lot of open space in this mansion, and I was trying to figure out what I could put on there. What does Bridget need that I haven't put in her mansion yet, you know? I mean, it's just so many tedious things and so many brainstorming about what I could put in her mansion. And basically that's why it took me so long to build this mansion for her, because this place is huge, okay? It is so freaking huge, and trying to figure out what to put in different rooms and where the rooms would be and how much stuff I could put in there without over cluttering it to make the game run super slow in the mansion, because like I said before, my thoughts were we were actually going to play in this mansion for a couple of episodes at least before a new pack came out. before a new pack came out. But unfortunately, a new pack is coming out, and we won't be playing in this mansion, which is fine. I can accept that the end goal would be to, live a more simple life until you can live the more luxurious life, So I can accept at the end of my Let's Plays so far, it will end in moving into a mansion. At least that is what it seems like, It's like in the Seasons Let's Play, it ended right when we moved into the Winston estate. So we didn't actually get to play in that mansion. And now the Get Famous is ending when we are actually moving into Bridget's mansion. So it's actually, I don't know, I think it's funny that it just ends right before we actually get to live in all the hard work I put into. It kind of makes it seem like I shouldn't be working so hard at building the mansions for my Sims, because it seems like at this rate my Sims will never live in there during my Let's Plays. Thus, what's the point of building them a mansion anymore, I don't want to think that way, but that is the thoughts that are running through my head, because every time I build a mansion, I never get to live in it. Which I'm not complaining that much, because my computer is stupid sometimes. It runs super slow, and that's why I think that I can live without living in the mansions that I build. I mean, I would love to in my Let's Plays, but I know if it's more to load, the more my computer is going to say, no, we ain't going to do this. So instead of stressing over that and being like, what am I going to do for my Let's Play since I can't live here no more, it won't let me anymore. Instead of worrying about little stuff like that, I can accept that we will never live here, but we will visit most definitely, hopefully, because I don't know how the story's gonna go anyways for StrangerVille. I don't know how Sunny is going to be able to go to StrangerVille and then come back to all these other worlds and do his own thing. I mean, I don't know how the story, I'm still working on the details, so I don't know how I'm going to actually do this and how to tell the story, but I know that Sunny is joining the military, and that is something that has been confirmed, especially by especially by Lynn and Zachary. They confirmed that Sunny wants to join the military and wants to contribute for SimKind and help keep SimKind safe, and it's very admirable that he would want to do that for the Sims all around. I think it's just amazing, and also very scary because he's going to be gone. And I could just tell you a little bit of the story, I guess. I mean, you'll just hear it twice. It ain't no big deal. I mean, I really believe that some of my viewers probably won't watch the whole speed build of Bridget's speed build because it's so freaking huge. Which is fine, I get it. But if you do and you're still sticking around, I want to thank you very much, and I hope you are enjoying it this far. But anyways, I'll just go ahead and talk about, the idea of the storyline, what's going to happen when we actually get into the first part of The Sims 4 StrangerVille. So the main character is Sunny Winston for that one, and if y'all don't know, Sunny Winston is Bridget Doty's little brother, and he's going to be the star, and he is actually going to move to StrangerVille, and enroll in the military. So how does this affect his family? Are they loving the idea that he wants to go and join the military, or are they terrified? Do they not want him to go? And let me tell you a little bit about it, okay? So I've been playing on my own time in this save file, and a lot has happened between the families, and especially the Winston family so far. Rainy is now a teenager, you guys. Oh my god. And she is so beautiful. But the thing about Rainy is that she's the baby of the family, right? I would visualize her being this primpy little girl that is like the princess, getting everything she ever wants, being very spoiled. And, you know, that's what I envisioned her at first when Get Famous started. I really envisioned her being, you know, that type of girl. But I realized that maybe Rainy isn't that type of girl. And she gave me a totally different vibe, especially with her traits and aspirations. So she's a creative sim, and she loves the outdoors. So, you know, gardening is still a big part of her life. And so it would be gardening and music, especially because she wants to make her family proud of her. So when she was younger, she would garden a lot. She would play music a lot. She knows everything about music thanks to her mom, and she knows most of the things about gardening thanks to her dad. And well, when the news of Sonny actually came out that he was going to join the military, she was not thrilled, okay? And let me tell you why. Rainy was not thrilled because Bridget already disappeared from her life. And that is a sad thought, but this is how Rainy feels, and this is the feeling I got when I was in the Winston estate and playing them for a little while. Rainy is so upset that Bridget left when she was a teenager to live with her brother, mostly because she feels like she was robbed of a bond that they could have had if she would have stayed home. And she really believes that her life would have been a little bit different if her big sister didn't move out so quickly, you know. So her mother, you know, that her parents were homeless at one point. Lynn and Zachary were both homeless at one point. And during this season's Let's Play, they actually won the lottery. They got million simoleons, so they were just their lives are set. And well, Lynn is still a little gloomy because of how things turned out when Bridget moved out, and it really affected Rainy, especially. So when she hears that Sonny is immediately going to move out of the mansion as soon as he becomes a young adult, Rainy gets these sad feelings, like really sad feelings, and she really doesn't want everybody to go off and live their life. She really wants them to stay compacted, stay as a big family, and don't move on, you know? I mean, why would you want to go away from the family that you love? I mean, why wouldn't you want to live with your family for the rest of your life? I mean, at least that's what she's thinking. So with that in mind, she is actually a very different child than I thought she actually would be. She does not dress primpy at all, you guys. Her appearance is not something she prides herself on like Bridget. Bridget prides herself on her appearance, so she is she's very into herself, and Rainy is the opposite. And the thing about Rainy is that she doesn't know what she wants to do because she's the youngest. I mean, if she wants to go into music, her mom's already done that. She's like, well, I don't really want to get into music, and mom's already done that. And then Bridget actually became a 5-star celebrity, and she became this wonderful actress. Well, you know what? Why would I want to be a celebrity if my sister is already a 5-star celebrity and very well loved? I mean, why would I want to do that? I don't want to be a copycat. And now my brother is moving off to the military. I mean, poor Rainy. She doesn't know what she's going to do with her life, and she's very confused. So she actually wears black all the time. She's actually turned into a gothic sim, you guys. And that's just the vibe that I got from her. So yeah. I can't wait for y'all to see her. She's very gothic. She wears black all the time. Black makeup, black clothes. You know, in school, you know, kids are like ruthless and mean because she has this unique style about her and her unique sense of ways about her. And it's really confusing because she doesn't fit in the norm of the other Sims in her high-class school. She has gotten in trouble with her appearance before by the principal at school, but it isn't something that Lynn would reprimand her for, you know. She isn't dressing skimpy or she had anything like that. Lynn is comfortable with the way her daughter dresses, and it doesn't really bother Lynn or Zachary at all that she wants to wear black all the time. I mean, they get it. She's a teenager. She has emotions. She's very emotional lately, especially with the news of her brother going to join the army, and, you know, so they're just letting her be her, and I don't know what else to say. I mean, Rainy is just a different character, and I feel bad because I feel like I neglected that character, okay, you guys? Okay. At the very end of seasons, Let's Play, Lynn and Zachary were both talking about having another kid because Zachary really wanted another child. Lynn wasn't going to have another kid. It was just going to be Bridget and Sunny. But then Lynn changed her mind and actually got pregnant with Rainy. So as soon as Rainy was born, y'all didn't even get to be there to meet Rainy when she was born. And that makes me feel like she is like the unknown. She's like not a character that you would connect with right now because she hasn't been the star of anything. We don't really know that much about Rainy. And I feel bad because I have been with Bridget this whole time instead of living in that mansion with the rest of the family, and to get to know Rainy a little bit better. And I have been away from the Winston household for a while, so I don't even know anything about Rainy or Sunny for that matter. The last time y'all seen Sunny, he was a toddler, you know. He's about to grow up into a child, so you know what? I feel like we miss so much of their childhood, and with Bridget moved out and stuff, it really affected Rainy to the point to where she just doesn't care about things that most people would care about. Mostly because when she does care, no one's around, you know? So, I don't know, she's just a very different sim, and I'm in love with Rainy. I'm in love with her character development. Even when I'm not there, their character development happens, you guys. How does that happen, you know? You go back and you check up on them and you're like, okay, so what kind of sim are you? And then it becomes clear to you as soon as you go in there and you play it for like 30 minutes, you're like, yep, this is the type of sim you are today. So, I mean, that's the type of teenager Rainy is. She is a gothic teenager, so expect to be seeing her wearing black and, you know, just being unique and being her own self rather than fitting the norms of others. So I assume that with this uniqueness, she has been bullied a lot in school, but I also think she found comfort in her best friend, Bella, which Bella Villarreal is her best friend, and that's Ansley's youngest daughter. And you know what? They are like two peas in a pod, really, pretty much. And I don't know. I know how the story's going to go, but I don't know if I want to spoil it yet. I mean, it's going to be talked about in the intro video for StrangerVille, but I don't know if I want to say it right now. Maybe I could just throw a few hints on there and y'all could read between the lines, maybe. So since Rainey is so different, that means she has a hard time in getting a boyfriend, right? And if she has a hard time getting a boyfriend, that means she's pretty much feels like unattractive and lonely and things like that, which is definitely not true. She is she's a very attractive sim. She's a very beautiful sim, and I think any guy would be lucky to be with her. However, with the school rules, I guess, of you have to be in the norm to be liked, essentially, maybe, to not be teased about how different you are, I suppose. At least, you know, that's the stereotype of high school. That is actually happening at her school, because her school is like a rich school, because, you know, if her parents have the money, why not send them to the best school in the country, you know? So with her being unique and like a posh school, it really pushes people away. And the only person that didn't is her best friend Bella, which is they are a part of a club together so that they can always hang out with one another. And I'm just going to say that Bella, poor Ansley, okay, Ansley, y'all remember that blonde girl who used to bully Lynn in the orphanage way back when? She married Max, had 2 more kids with him, and Bella is the result of one of them. Well, both of her daughters, she loves them both deeply, but they are not who she wants them to be, okay? She wants them to be these cute blonde girls that are very rich looking, they have an etiquette about them. They are very proper. They are, you know, just respectable Sims in the community, and that's what she really wanted her daughters to be. She really wanted her daughters to dye their hair blonde since they were both born brunettes. She really wanted them to dye their hair blonde. Oh wait, Bella. I'm so confused. No, Bella is actually... No, I am confused. Hold the phone, you guys. Bella is not Ansley's daughter. Bella is Rose's daughter. Okay. I had to think on that because I was thinking, wait, Ansley only has one daughter, and we know that story. Or if you don't, I'll go ahead and finish what I was going to say, but I had a brain fart, my bad. But Ansley's daughter, Ariel, she has a huge crush on Nolan, which is Rose's son. And you know, Rose's husband is Marcus Flex, so Ansley doesn't want her kids to mix, if you get what I'm trying to say. She wants her kids to be with the posh kids that are the same race as them, and Rose's children are mixed children, don't get me wrong, but they're not as fair-skinned as Ansley would want her children to potentially be with. You know, she's that type of sim, and she really believes that her daughter could do better. In my opinion, I believe that Nolan and Ariel are so cute together. I do not know why Ansley is trying to push her daughter away from Nolan, but with that story, Ariel is very aggressive toward her mother because her mother keeps telling her everything wrong with the decision she's making with this. So Ansley and Ariel are not actually friends. They have a love-hate relationship because of that. But anyways, I was so confused that I thought Bella was her daughter too for some reason, but no, Bella is actually Rose's daughter. Okay, so now that I'm straightened out, I'll talk about Bella. Ansley has no equation to this, but anyways, Bella Flex, I believe that is her name, if I'm not mistaken. She is best friends with Rainey Winston. You see, this is why I don't need to disappear, because I wouldn't be this confused if I actually played in the Winston household before I actually moved Bridget out to live in Del Sol Valley. But anyways, yeah, Bella actually came out of the closet, okay? She is attracted to girls, and I don't think her parents know that very much. I don't know how they would take it. I think Rose would accept her any way she is, because Rose is just a caring person. She's always cared for Sims. So I think she would love her daughter no matter what. But Marcus, he might have a little about it, but he might not. I'm not really sure, but all I know is she's coming out of the closet. She's already told Rainey that. Rainey knows, and she is still best friends with Bella. I mean, that is not ever going to change. But the thing is, Rainey is a straight girl, okay? She is not a lesbian or anything, but she has fun experimenting, and her and Bella have been experimenting together a little bit, if you get what I'm trying to say. So, Rainey's the type of girl that doesn't keep people's opinions in her mind to stop her for doing what she wants to do. She's the type of girl that will do what she wants to do and don't care what you gotta say about it. If she wants to kiss a girl, she's gonna kiss a girl, you know? Or if she wants to be with a boy, she'll kiss a boy. I mean, she's just that type of girl. She just doesn't care anymore. I think at first she cared, but the more she realized how different she is, the less she cares what other people are thinking about her or saying about her or anything like that. But that's the type of girl she is, and I don't know if that will go over well with Rainey's parents. You know, being the girl that will just do anything that she wants to do, you know, nothing's going to stop her from it. I think that's a very dangerous situation, in my opinion, because you don't have a set boundary for yourself. You are just going out doing God knows what with God knows who, and there's no boundary set, and it's very dangerous, especially in the real world. And you need to have some type of boundaries, and I don't think Rainey has set any boundaries for herself. You know, I mean, I think she'd be the type of girl that someone dared her to go streaking, she would do it. You know, to be honest. But I don't know. It worries me a little bit to find that out about Rainey, because I had no idea that she would end up this way. And I think it's very fitting too, because her name is Rainey, means pouring down, and when the clouds are pouring down rain in The Sims 4, the icon means gloomy, means means sad, what's associated with sad, gothics, or emos, which not always, but the stereotypical thought would be that, And so she's a goth, and I don't know, it all clicked in my head, and that's just what type of person she is. And I'm not saying that all goths are sad people. I'm not saying that all goths would go and do anything. God knows what, God knows who. It's just Rainie's story. And I didn't realize that all this was happening until I went and played in the Winston house. So I find that very interesting, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm very curious to see how Rainie's life is going to go now that she is open to experimenting with her sexuality. I can't even say the word. She's open to experimenting and things like that. It begs me to wonder what type of person she's going to be as a young adult, and I wonder, I don't know, I just wonder about her future, and I wonder what type of person she's going to grow up to be, since this is how she's growing up right now. I mean, I don't know, I'm so excited, because every time a new pack is announced, that means another part of the family gets to be played. So I wonder if this aspect of her life is going to follow her, or is this aspect of her life going to end when she grows up to a young adult, to where she, grows up a little, I suppose, becomes more mature and focuses her attention on other things rather than just doing anything and everything. I don't know. But I find it very interesting that that's how her story's going right now, especially as a teenager. And I don't know what to say about that, really, you guys. I don't know how. I mean, obviously, I think the only person that knows about this experimentation is Sonny. I think he knows, but he hasn't actually talked about it with Rainey. So he's just going to leave it at that because it has nothing to do with him. If she wants to come out and say something, she will. At least that's what Sonny's thinking. But I don't think Lynn or Zachary know the nature of their daughter right now. I think they're still oblivious, and I think that she is still a young princess and everything like that. Even if she dresses all gothic, they still see the best in her because she is a talented musician and a talented gardener. She's a vegetarian. She cares, So they don't see anything wrong. And I want to say I don't see anything wrong either. I'm just scared that since she would be so open and she doesn't hold on to some type of boundaries, that she would be open to anything, and that could get her into serious trouble. So I really hope that she has some boundaries set for herself, and we can get to know Rainey a little bit more, and get to know more of her stories. And yeah. I don't know, but that's what I think. So yeah, that was surprising when I loaded into the Winston family and realized that. Oh my Jesus, I couldn't believe it. But Sonny, throughout high school, his best friend is a girl named Dahlia, and they started dating, so they are together, and he's been exercising a lot. He does yoga every morning, and he plays basketball. He sometimes runs on the treadmill, box. I mean, even climbing the rock wall. He does so many things with fitness so that he can get, buff. Well, not really too buff, but more agile, more stronger. He wants to be stronger. And, and I think he's embracing his future, which is going into the military. And I think the cool thing is the more I think about it, the more I really, really, really want to do is have Dahlia join the military too. I really want them to join together. And so I'm thinking that before even the first part ever begins, I really want them to already be married, so that just in case something happens, married, they moved into Strangerville, maybe get a dog. I really want them to get a dog, and just live their life in Strangerville and try to solve this mystery together. I really think that would be so cool. And I've been thinking about it for a while. I'm like, well, what kind of girl Dahlia is? And I really think that since her background of her mother becoming, a tough chick, I think she can do it. I think she is strong-minded because of what she's learned with her family. And I think that she wants to better herself as well. So I think she will also, and this also drives Dahlia as well, because Sonny is going into the military. There's no question that Sonny's going. And Dahlia doesn't want him to be alone. She wants to be with him. She wants to make sure that he's okay. She wants to make sure that someone's got his back. And so she wants to go, and I really think that she's going to go with him. They're going to get married, maybe elope together instead of having a huge wedding, because as soon as they graduate, they're out. They're gone. They moved out, and they're going to go train in the military to figure out what is going on in Strangerville. So I really think that they are going to elope as soon as they graduate, get a dog, move to Strangerville, and then we can start their story together. I think that's what I really want to do, because Dahlia, loves Sonny. He is the best thing in her life. At least that's what she thinks up to this point. And vice versa, he thinks the same thing about Dahlia. He's always liked Dahlia ever since they were toddlers. So I really think that they should go together. I really want them to go together. My mind's made up. They're going together. They're going together to Strangerville and joining the military, and solving that mystery. So just to make sure that they have each other's back and that nothing bad really happens. Because I don't know if something bad really happened. It has me terrified if when you go into that secret lab, whatever the crap that was, to find that huge plant thingy, I'm really scared that one of them is going to get eaten alive or something. And I'll never see him again, and I'll be sad. I'll literally cry in this chair right now, staring at my screen like, what the hell just happened? Someone just got gobbled up, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. It's driving me nuts. It's giving me a bunch of anxiety. I'm super excited about it, but I'm also very nervous that I'm going to have to say goodbye to some of my Sims. I'm going to say goodbye to Sonny or Dahlia, and that is also on my mind. Like, should Dahlia go? Should I really risk her life, I mean, Sonny's already going to risk his. Should Dahlia risk hers? And I'm thinking yes, because he will need a support system. He would miss Dahlia so much, and that would cloud his mind when it comes to his purpose of being in Strangerville in the first place. And his mind needs to be clear. He needs to be in the zone. He needs to work on his missions. He doesn't need to have his mind somewhere else when something this dangerous is happening in Strangerville. I think I made up my mind. Dahlia's going, so that both of their minds will not be unfocused. They both need to be focused so that they both can live through this. I believe in them. I hope I make the right decisions in this story, and I hope that they both come out alive. I'm really scared too I mean, I don't think they're going to have any children in the very beginning. I think that's a no-go. But I also don't want them to die without having a child, at least one child together. You know what I'm saying? And I'm scared to think that if they move there, they could turn into these freaky smiling thingies, and I won't know how to save them. If you get what I'm trying to see, it's giving me a bunch of anxiety and a bunch of, oh my God, what is gonna happen? You know, I mean, oh my Jesus, I don't know. But I really want Sonny to do this, so he's gonna do it. And we're just gonna see what happens and how the story will go from there. If he dies without being able to continue on the Winston name, I will really cry, but I don't want them to have a baby right now because it's the beginning of their thing and they're both in the military, so when would they have enough time for her to get pregnant? You know what I'm saying? They're both on the missions. So I don't know. I just gotta calm down, take a breather, and believe that everything is gonna be fine and my Sims will live for the most part, and just play the story and see how it goes. I mean, is anybody else that terrified? I mean, I'm legitly terrified of what is going to happen to my Sims when they go to StrangerVille. I'm legitly terrified. Anybody else terrified? Please comment down below if you were terrified to send your Sims there and wondering what's really going to happen. I mean, maybe my brain is just going in different directions than what it really is, and my brain does that sometimes. I think that something's going to happen and then bam, it don't happen, so I'm like, why was I even worried in the first place, you know? Yeah, it just makes me nervous, especially since I love this family so much. But I am super excited to move on and play a different member of the family. Though, don't get me wrong, I really loved playing Bridget's story, and I really wanted to continue her story until it was a good time to end it. But I also don't want to continue playing, get famous, and being anxious and ready to play the StrangerVille game pack. So I'm just going to have to end Get Famous a little earlier than expected. But I have had so much fun playing that expansion pack, and it's been one of my favorite expansion packs so far. So with everything that has come out, how about I put this in an order? Because I've seen this on YouTube a lot where Simmers would put their favorite Sims packs in order and, you know, just things like that. And I was like, well, maybe I could express my opinions about the Sims 4 packs. So yeah, let's actually go ahead and do that, shall we? Let me get to a list. So let's start with stuff packs, but instead of just talking about the bad stuff, let me do my most favorite 3 from each category, okay, instead of the worst, because it makes me feel bad talking about it, because I love them all. I love The Sims. But I would rather talk about the good things than the bad things. My top 3 stuff packs for The Sims 4 would have to be the first one will have to be movie hangout stuff, because I really love the aspect of watching movies and cuddling and talking about movies, eating the popcorn while you watch movies. I mean, I really just love it, and the style of the stuff that come with that stuff pack. So that's one of the top 3 is the movie hangout stuff. Another one would have to be, at least in my opinion, I really like bowling night stuff. It gives my Sims another thing to do, to go out and do something. It's to me, it's really fun to have my Sims go bowling. The only thing I don't like about it is that you can only bowl one frame. So it's like, I mean, it could have been better. But I actually like the style of the furniture yet again on that pack as well. So that is another one that is in my top 3. And the last one in my top 3 would have to be... This is hard. I really like, I don't know, it's a tie between backyard and vintage glamour, really. But if I had to choose between one of those, I think I would go with vintage glamour stuff as the third one. But backyard stuff is really close to the third as well. But I would say vintage glamour one would also be my third favorite because I like the style of all that stuff again, and your Sims could actually go to the vanity table, wear makeup, get a butler, though the butler is I mean, you could live without it, but I really like the stuff that comes within that pack as well. And so yeah, that's my top 3 vintage glamour bowling night and movie hangout stuff. So those 3 are my most favorite. Okay, so let's go to game packs. Obviously we haven't even played StrangerVille yet, so we have no idea, but if I knew, I would probably put that on the top because it's something new. But anyways, top 3, number 1 off the bat, Parenthood. I mean, you can't, in my opinion, you gotta have Parenthood. In The Sims 4, you gotta have Parenthood. If you don't have it, get it. I mean, oh my goodness, especially when you play families, Parenthood is a really good game pack to have. So that one is definitely my number 1. What else do I like as a game pack? Dine Out is another good one. Go out to eat all the time, run a restaurant, you know, do things like that. So that one's a really good one if you really would like to take your Sims out to eat and things like that, have more stuff to do. And the last one that I really like is Jungle Adventure. So far, Jungle Adventure, yeah, that one's pretty up there. I like Vampire Spa Day and Outdoor Retreat well, but Jungle Adventure really grasped my attention, and I really enjoyed that pack. So that one would be my top 3 for game packs so far. I mean, StrangerVille might be up there. I don't know. I haven't played it yet, obviously, but we will see. So let's go to expansion packs. My top 3 expansion packs. Okay, so what are they? Oh geez. Okay, I think the first one for me would have to be Get Famous. I really love that pack. I mean, you could be a YouTuber on there, or a SimTuber, or whatever tuber. You do so many things for that pack, and I really like it. So Get Famous is the top 3 for sure. You know what? I think the last 3 expansion packs, are my top 3. Cats and Dogs, Seasons, and Get Famous. Those 3 are pretty much top notch. Get to Work, I actually like all 3 of those as well. The top 3, Get to Work, Get Together, and City Living. Those 3 are really fun too. But Cats and Dogs, Seasons, and Get Famous really keep me interested longer, especially with the features that it has on there, and I think the game would be better with them in there essentially than without. So it really gives you more to do, I suppose, rather than I don't know. It's just those three are pretty dang good ones. I mean, who wouldn't want to be able to have cats or dogs in your Sims home? Who wouldn't want to have snow or rainfall coming down from the sky in the Sims? Well, I think some people could do without Get Famous, to be honest. I think it doesn't appeal to everybody, but it appeals very much to me because I really like it, and acting and singing and all this jazz and stuff. I really like the concept of the Get Famous and the extra stuff that they added to it as well. So yeah, so that's it. I don't really want to talk any negative things about these packs. I mean, some of them obviously could have been better. Some of them, in my opinion, didn't match my expectations. But the later we got into The Sims 4, the more we get out of their packs, you know. It's, at least that's what it seems like to me. I mean, from the very first pack ever, well, not very first pack ever, but the first stuff pack with Luxury Party, you hardly got anything. But now when you go into the future, it seems like we got more stuff rather than just barely anything, or at least that's what it seems like. Something relevant to your everyday sim playing lives. I mean, you know, anything that you would use for your everyday sim lives, I think would be the best for, you know, the Sims, essentially. And I don't know, but yeah. So yeah, this little place right here that I'm building right now is actually the butler wing, or the butler house. So Bridget will have a butler, but this is also where her gym is, her sauna, her just relaxing space, her basketball court. I mean, that's where all that is. But in that hallway, in that wing, is where the butler will essentially sleep and whatnot. So I thought it would have been a cool idea to add a butler home outside of Bridget's home, and so that they could actually have a butler and the butler could have its own space. So yeah, I thought that was a pretty good idea. But yeah, this, I've been talking about everything else but this mansion, you guys, my bad. But anyways, I had so much fun building this mansion. It took me so long. This mansion was actually in 4 parts, you guys. No, not 4, 6 parts, okay? 6 different parts that all were hours long, okay? And sped them all up, and that's why this video is so long. It's because there were 6 parts to finish this mansion. So but I hope that is okay with y'all, that this video is so long, and I'm so happy that I found something to talk about throughout this whole dang video, you know. I'm so very glad. But anyways, I think I'm going to stop my talking here. And thank you all so much for watching, and I really hope you like this speed build of Bridget's mansion. And this mansion will be up on the gallery as well, and along with everyone else that I talked about. I'll probably upload the whole dang Sims file families all up on the gallery as well. But anyways, again, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in another video, which hopefully will be the intro video of The Sims 4 StrangerVille. Everybody have a great day.